Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for taking the time for yourself, for learning something new, for healing a part of yourself that maybe wants to be expressed more, or even just taking the time to sit with yourself and reflect on what's going on in your life and see if you can put a little bit of the pieces together in order to move forward in a more smooth and more balanced way. Today's topic is going to be finding balance for the sensitive soul. And I've always been a sensitive soul as a kid. And that meant like crying when I saw somebody crying on TV or around me, but also laughing, crying when I'm laughing. And yeah, it shows up in different ways. But what it really is like absorbing feelings so you can step into that other person's feelings and you can feel them for yourself. So you know what that other person is feeling, or the animal or the situation. And that's a really great gift to have. That's actually, I think we need more empathy in the world. We need more empaths, like people that can relate and that can feel and that can see beyond what maybe the subject is or what's going on. But that might also make it really hard for us to find balance and to not be overwhelmed or be swinging from one way to the other. I see myself sometimes like going down a rabbit hole, maybe hearing things about the world or the fires, for example, that are currently happening in the world. And I carry that in my energy field because I absorb it so much. And I find since I opened my spiritual path, and the more I evolve and the more I open up my spiritual gifts, the more sensitive I become to it. So, and it can sway me one way or the other. It can be good and bad. And the thing is, when you surround yourself with really good energies and really good moments, that momentum goes rolling into that way. But if you're picking up on subjects or topics that are not so good feeling, then you might be spiraling down into that direction. And so it's sometimes really hard to find your own center and to find your own balance in between everything that's happening around you. And like around you, that could be consciously what you're seeing, but also subconsciously or unconsciously things that are happening in your environment, in your neighborhood, with your kids, like people at work, people around you. Even sound. I'm getting a little bit more sensitive to sound, like the garbage truck or helicopters or people renovating. And so that all gets absorbed in our field. And how do we find balance when we're constantly being bombarded with sounds and topics and things that maybe don't make us feel as good, or that are drawing us from our own center, drawing us away from our own center? So today I wanted to do an energy healing session that goes deep into it, clearing up our energy field and maybe finding some tools to work with so that you can handle or you can manage your own center being, and you can bring yourself back to who you really are and to your feelings and to how you want to feel. And that's what we're going to do today in our energy healing session. For people that are new here, so when I do energy healing sessions, I channel energy from the infinite realm. So these are energies that are source energy, basically. And so energy that holds all possibilities. And I channel that through me towards you. And you can consent to it. You can say, yes, I want this. Or you can consent partially to it. Or you can say like, no, I don't want this. So this is all up to you. And even afterwards, if things are not feeling good after the session, you can still say like, this is what I'm taking with me, and this is what I'm going to leave. So there's nothing harmful about this, and there's nothing pushed onto you. So again, like it's absorbing that energy that is right for you. That's really what we're teaching. And I want you to know this is the case for anything you do or anything you're exposed to, that you can say, like, okay, I want to take in this, but I don't want this. Or I want to get this feeling, but not that feeling. And that you can actually decide for yourself what you welcome in into your energy field and how you want to feel or where you want to go. And so knowing that is going to help you already set you up for a better start. And so I welcome you to just sit down, relax, go for a walk with headphones on. But it's good to have some uninterrupted time so that you can really bring that into your energy field. And we're going to clear out some of the beliefs or the obstacles or blocks that are not allowing us to come back to our center. And so it's good to have some uninterrupted time to really just focus on that now and really set yourself up for the best results. Other than that, you don't have to do anything. So everything will happen for you. When I do these energy healing sessions, I talk you through it. So it's more like a meditation, energy healing. I channel whatever messages come up and learnings. So yeah, take what resonates, take what don't, leave what doesn't resonate, and we'll go from there. So settle yourself in. I'm gonna have to drink some water, but settle yourself in. Lie down in a quiet space. If you don't have time right now, maybe come back to it later. Sorry. So let's just relax here for a moment and take some time to come back to us, to our inner being, to our essence. Come back home to what we need in this moment and to where we want to go. I'm going to connect with your energy field so that I can transmute and transmission this energy to you. When I do, I can see and feel and hear what is going on. This is a collective energy healing session, so it's not always going to be personal, but the channeled messages that I'm getting are always meant for all of you. So even if it doesn't make sense right now, it might make sense later. So just take a couple deep breaths here. Allow yourself the time to just be. And to receive. It takes a little bit of time for me to connect to your energy field, so I feel there is a little bit of resistance from the collective. Maybe some people are skeptic, some people are a little bit scared. Maybe some of you want to be in control. And this is really what we're trying to do here. We want to heal ourselves so that we can be in control. And controlling doesn't mean just blocking everything that comes your way. Controlling means allowing in what is best for you and blocking or ignoring all the things that don't help you on your path. I feel a little bit of softening right now, but there's still a little bit of hesitation. So let's take a couple deep breaths together. Because the feeling I get is that the intention is there. You would want to receive this and you would want to be open to it. But because you're bombarded with so much information, you're bombarded with so many stimuli throughout the day, you're a little bit, your energy field is a little bit blocked off, or your heart is a little bit blocked off receiving this or allowing this to do its job. So let's take a deep breath in together. And sigh it out. And another one. Deep breath in to the top of your lungs. And sigh it out. And one more deep breath, this time to the bottom of your lungs, your diaphragm. And sigh it all out. Here are we, in our own stillness, in our own being, without the outside noise. Just listen to the stillness for a moment. And take it all in. Sense how your nervous system is responding. Is it relaxing? Is it heightened? Does it want to run away? Just observe. Try not to judge, but just see it as it is. As we are whole already. We have everything we need. But sometimes we cannot access it because it's hiding under a pile of dirt, under a pile of baggage. We cannot get in touch with it or feel it or see it for ourselves. Because there's so much that is sent our way. There's so much information, so many opinions, so many things to learn or do or have or be. But where is your own center? Who are you in the middle of all of this? Where is that little spark? The essence of who you are. Let's come back to that stillness for a moment. and really feel it. Just feel. Just observe. And enjoy. In the stillness, we find our answers. In the stillness, we find our balance. In the stillness, we find our true self. That self wants to express itself. But it's almost impossible with all the noise that comes our way to really figure out what is ours, what is theirs, what is meant for you, and what is just pushed into your energy field unknowingly or involuntarily. Let's just come home for a second. And find yourself for, even if it's for a brief moment. Where in your body can you find a little spark or a little bit of tingling? Or where in your body does your attention go right now? Lying here in this quiet moment. For me, it's very low in my pelvis area, but it could be different for everybody else. It could be in your heart, in your hips, in your hands. Wherever it is in your body, take some time and listen to it. Observe it, feel it. Does it have a message for you? And now I see this little spark or this little movement or tingling, whatever it is. It could be a color. I see it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. It is very slow. In my case, it is. It might be different for other people or for you. Does it spiral? Does it just grow bigger? Does it look more like a cloud? Or does it go fast? What is it for you? And where does it go? And depending where the origin of it is, there might be a message in there. For example, if it's near your perineum, it might tell you that you want to open up more of your sexual, your sensual, your feminine side. If it's near your womb, it might mean that it's start creating something, to initiate something, to build something. If you feel it in your hands, it might mean that it's time to start working with your hands, to be creative, start something new, to actually do what you were given to do, bring those ideas to life. If it's near your heart, it might mean that it's time to find more love in your life, whether that is a relationship or in the current relationship you are, or people in your neighborhood. Be more open to friends. If it's near your throat, it might mean like you need to speak up more, tell more what's on your mind, and find a way to express what you want to express. And so let it just move its way, do its thing, because that's the most important thing, that it doesn't get interrupted. You're giving it space to grow, to manifest, to be, and you're just there as the observer in this moment. And that is the trick. That is a huge trick. If you can take a moment to come back to yourself, whatever you're feeling or however you are, or no matter what's going on, but take a moment to come back to yourself and then just observe and allow it to express itself in however ways it wants to. Allow it to come up to the surface and then see it and feel it and embrace it for what it is in that moment. And so when you do that, all the outside noise falls away. You're taking that little moment to give yourself some time and space to just be with you. And if you have trouble coming into that stillness, that is still fine, I'm hearing. You can observe that too. By observing, not judging, but observing and allowing yourself to feel and see and be who you are in that moment, you're actually planting a seed to see who you are. If your thoughts keep racing or your mind constantly spirals to the negative side, you just observe it. You don't judge it, you just feel it and you acknowledge it. And that's all okay. But by doing that, you're going a layer deeper. Instead of trying to push it away or trying to force it, you're actually allowing it and acknowledging it and seeing it for what it is. By doing that, you're actually going a layer deeper, coming home to yourself. Because you give yourself space to be who you are in that moment. That is big. And now I feel a weight dropping off my shoulders. It just feels so good to be free. To be just yourself, who you are, and what you have to bring to the world, and what is going on in your world. no matter how good or bad or difficult or complex it is, you're bringing the whole of you to the table. And what is important, I'm hearing, is taking those little moments to turn down the volume of the noise outside of ourselves. To step away from constantly being bombarded with opinions and news flashes and the latest new toy or whatever new thing, or your circumstances you're in, financial distress or stress in your family life. Just coming home to yourself and then feeling for what it is, and that will help filter out the things that are not yours, or the feelings and emotions that you pick up from others. And just by setting the intention alone, you're already halfway there, I'm hearing. Let's just clear out some of the debris that we're leaving behind here. To me, it almost looks like little pieces of material flying around in your energy field. So let's just cleanse it out for a moment. I now see like a leaf blower, like blowing all those pieces out of our fields. And up in the world to be recycled by Mother Earth. And I want to take a deep breath now, because again, more weight fell off my shoulders. I don't know why they're steering me this way, but they're saying, let's see how you can connect more. Connect with the true selves of other people. So not by seeing them from the surface, but by seeing other people, who they are behind all of their baggage and all the things that they have picked up from their life. Because that exercise will help you step more and invite more of that true self. And you will learn to recognize what is true, or what is really the essence of someone, or the not the intention behind things, but the soul, basically, of that person. Like there's no words for it. It's like, it just feels so pure, like something that is so pure, and then over time and throughout our life, like just more and more and more gets packed onto that. And so, like, going back to that very little dot of energy, basically a pure energy that is residing in each and every one of us. And if you can see that in other people, you can see that within yourself as well. And that will make it a lot easier to determine what is yours, or what is theirs, or what is not, what doesn't need any attention from you, or how you can stop draining, how you can stop it draining your energy. And now I see this huge, big light growing bigger, bigger, bigger. It's like very bright. And it's taking up all of our energy fields. And almost like it's pushing away everything else. So it's taking up space. And by doing that, by bringing in that light, by taking that in, it's just pushing away everything that doesn't serve us on our path. And now I see it settling down into our heart. And it's almost like a door in your heart you can open and close. So if you want to, you can always open that door and step into it. And stepping into it almost feels like you feel renewed, you feel energized. That's where your vitality resides, like all that drained energy, like or everything that usually is there draining our energy is now like gone. So you're stepping into that energy that helps you come to life, that gives you that passion, gives you that eagerness and the energy to keep moving and to do what you need to do. And let's just take a moment here to sit in that. I hope you can feel it too. If you don't feel it, don't worry. The energy work is still working for you. So by you being here, you're inviting that in. And if you don't feel it right now, you might be able to feel it in a couple days or a couple weeks, or you might find glimpses of it here and there, and then it can come bigger. It can become bigger. So don't worry if you don't feel it. And again, don't stress out. Because stressing out is like judging yourself or putting yourself in that position where you think it should be a certain way. And so it's really important to just observe and see where it is right now, and know that by doing this, you're setting yourself up for being able to get there. If you wouldn't be here, you would not even open that door. And what I'm now seeing is like you almost go through like a little bit of a misty period. So you open that door, you step into it, and then it's a little bit foggy and confusing, and you don't know where you are and like what's going on. But then if you keep walking in that, you'll eventually move through it, and then you will see that light that I was seeing just a moment ago. So that might be what it is. And so just accept it as it is. And just be curious, see what the fog looks like. Because maybe this is already a new feeling. And just allow it to be there for now. And now I see the fog and the light merging, and it's almost like a bit of a smoky sky, where like the smoke is, or the clouds are covering the sun, but behind it is the sun. And so there's nothing good or bad about that. It's just a cloudy day. So and by the way, the smoke is not meant to be something negative. I'm more thinking about like a smoke from sage, or like, please don't think again of like things like what came up was like the wildfires. And I know for a lot of people it's really close, it hit really close by home. But then again, you're putting things in your energy field that don't need to be there right now. So what do we do with that? Again, observe it. And see it for what it is. And see if it dissolves. Okay, let's just take a deep breath here. And I want to see if there's something else that wants to come up before we finish this session. I'm being brought back to the stillness where we started. And I can feel how calm my nervous system is. My heartbeat. And my breath. It's almost like I don't exist. The feeling I'm getting now is like recharging yourself. Like you plug your phone in or an electrical car, and you're just giving yourself a little bit of time to recharge without even being. So you're recharging your energy system. And what I'm hearing is you can stay here as long as you want. We're going to close off this energy healing session. But if you want to stay in this peaceful, recharging moment, you can. I just want to thank you all for being here, for taking the time, for coming home, coming back to yourself for a moment. Because the more we do, we lighten ourselves up and we lighten the world. So thank you so much. You can come back to this video as much as you want. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can do that. Then you will be notified whenever a new video will be up. And I will be doing more of these videos in the future with a different topic. And yes, we will go from there. Have a great rest of your day and hope to see you soon. Bye.